sitting in an office, like, and it's kind of cool because, like, it's what me and him talk about. Like, one day, do you people go to law school? You ever take the bar? No. I'm content with.
Dude, there was literally a person trying to get a federal judge position last year because, you know, Trump's been doing crazy ass shit that they were asking him in the hearing, like, yo, have you ever
Practice law or something?
Yeah, he was like, well, not particularly. And it's like, bro, like, what the fuck, dog? You chose your road. Yeah. But no, I mean, even with the whole nursing thing you're saying, like, people can go and consult on, like, TV shows. Like, we were talking about Nurse Jackie. You don't think they grab some fucking nurse to be like, yo, what?
Make sure.
Yeah, like, I mean, and sometimes you can tell, like, you go on Grey's Anatomy and some of the shit just don't look right. There's levels to the shit, you know what I'm saying?
Bro, it's like, so for me, it's like I could go get a LCSW, and that's like licensed clinical social worker, and most people go do outpatient therapy with it. And I could just basically be like, yo, I want to go work for the government and just do it. Like, I just have this it's like we just say I have it, and so then you got to pay me more. Like, nothing else. You just got to pay me more. And it's like a lot of people, I realize, like, some people go get their doctorate degrees just so I could, like you said, I don't want to do this type of work no more. Just to, hey, I want to negotiate my pay.
Yeah, like,
I mean, at the job that I just left, they started this new policy where if you have a bachelor's degree as a nurse, you get like $1,000 bonus every year for no particular reason. It's just, oh, you have your BSN, cool. And then same thing with, like, if you got a master's, it's a little bit more money. Yeah. Because when you think about it too, like,
you should be rewarded for
it. In the world of, like, having a career, in the world of having a white collar career, a lot of it's just how good do you look on paper. Even for, like, a hospital or an organization, it's how good do we look on paper. For example, there was this big push years ago for hospitals to get this thing called magnet status, right? And I don't even know what the fuck that means. All I know it means is my hospital's better than yours because I have this thing called magnet status, right? And a part of that was all of my staff has a higher level of education, which made this whole new push for nurses to get their BSN, their bachelor's in science, right? And this whole new and push it so hard that if they hired you with an RN, because remember, there's still a shortage of nurses at this point in time, like, but particularly
probably
right
shortage
now,
of doctors too.
Yes, but it was 20%. They said, yo, we'll hire you, but in 5 years you have to get your bachelor's, and we'll also offer, like, payback programs. But that was all just so that, you know, you could fucking look better. Statistically, it didn't mean shit. Like, nurses who have their bachelor's versus nurses who don't, like, aren't necessarily better. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's nurses who went and got their degrees from a community college and been working for 20 fucking years, will walk circles around doctors, and it's just like, I just never wanted to go back to get to learn or to write papers. Basically, that's all it is to get your bachelor's. So,
yeah, but, like, I was I mean, that's just how it's the way the world works and stuff. Like my man was telling me, like, you could go get your MBA on an online program, master's business administration. But for him, he want to go to a top 15 school in the country. And I said, why you want to go top 15 school in the country? So basically, when they see, like you said, on that piece of paper, when they see Harvard, he said they see Harvard. Next thing you know, you just negotiating pay. You're not even really talking about why you qualify, because they see the name and they're like, he's qualified. So he's like, you go in there and you just like, you kind of want to make 150 minimum.
Facts. But hey, no, this is the Bullshit for Your Health podcast, episode 23. I'm here today with my good host, Devonte, as well as a returning voice. Tettey is back. He's going to be sharing his knowledge. We're going to talk about the coronavirus, give an update to some of y'all scared motherfuckers out there later in the episode. But yeah, man, let's get back to starting it. We're talking about just regular career shit right now, my niggas. Well, I mean, some of y'all are white, so you're not niggers. Don't say the N-word. But either way, man, just get out here and live. We're going to keep talking. But for real, you were saying people come with masters. That's even why, like, when I see people going for a school for a particular experience, I don't want to, you know, hate on HBCUs or whatever, but that school particularly loses its accreditation multiple times over and over again. It's kind of like...
Bro, we had a real good discussion at one time about HBCUs when I was like telling you, I was like, yeah, bro, when I went and visited my cousin, I was like, there's some wild boys there. And you had brought up, bro, they got to keep their doors open. Like every other school got to keep their doors open. So sometimes they take people that's like skeptical. Like, yo.
Like grade wise on paper?
No,
qualify wise.
Oh no, like bro, like I love my cousin, bro, but some of these dudes had charges. Like you gotta think about like at VC,
you go to school for felon, nigga, and not just
bro.
Ordinary.
They
felon.
told me, bro, this one dude I had met bro before when I visited him one time. Bro, it was like 2 classes before graduation. He called an attempted murder charge.
Ew.
So it's like,
well, that school didn't know that prior to admitting him.
But I know.
College admission. I mean, it's been
nursing school does. Like particular programs do background checks.
And then like if you,
but not the school.
But like and then like some schools, if you get a charge while you enrolled and they like happen to find out,
unless it's like molesting somebody or raping somebody, they'll let you come back.
But sometimes like the violent ones, they can like ask you to, hey, we need you to move.
The violent ones committed by. But yeah, no, I'm not trying to shit on HBCUs. Though.
Oh no.
There's obviously different types of racial institutions that haven't allowed them to get the funding they need. But what I'm saying is, because of the particulars of this American society, I understand why some people will be like, yo, I'd rather not go to an HBCU because when I get out there in the world of being a doctor or when I get out there and be in the world of being an investment banker, that Harvard fucking logo is going to look pretty fucking good. So,
yeah, bro. And I definitely still see why their doors are open years later and people are still, they bro, I looked up like how hard it is to get into Harvard because I was just bored one day.
If you don't have a parent who went there.
Bro, that application is like, so you have to like sum up in like less than 500 words and it can't be over 500 words. You disqualify yourself. Like why you want to go to Harvard. Then like you write 2 or 3 more essays. Then you do an interviewing process. It's like, bro, but it's like once you in there, it's like what you said, like doors open. Like,
I mean, for most careers, but I mean some careers like
it don't matter.
Like mine included. It's school proof. Like they're gonna hire a nigga
doctor. Being a doctor is school proof.
And they're gonna hire a dude from VCU. It doesn't. I mean, they just need nurses.
For example,
it's just depending on it really
because it's a shortage.
But I think also
would it change if the shortage went away?
Absolutely.
Because they're like in like business field, I would say since there's not like an extreme like need like nursing is a need. Like you need, but like you don't really need. Business isn't always a need per se.
Business administration.
Yeah, so it looks good like on paper.
If you're an accountant, I feel
I think it's it's a little more competitive.
Yeah, most definitely.
You think accounting is a competitive though? Like,
I think like what he said, the higher level ones are
or
like when you're trying to get with those different like companies.
Your resume is everything, and having Harvard.
But it's so interesting because you would talk about like the Big Four, Deloitte, Ernst & Young. They have programs where like we don't give a fuck about what your degree was.
Yeah, but also there's levels too. So it's probably people like the guys like they're competing for those positions are Harvard, Yale guys.
But those are entry level, and you would think you could work your way up in those. I don't know. That would be interesting to get somebody on the phone and wonder about that because that's.
And then I'm learning also like, you go to like Northern Virginia is where it's at in Virginia for that type of field because just talking to my different friends I went to JMU with like there's like even the smaller companies like are like competitive and like they're making like you're making decent money like. Yeah. I mean, you're putting in the work and you're working at a cubicle, which could drive you insane. But I'm not a cubicle human being.
I tried it. It was tough.
Me either. Like I'm dancing at the new job already. Like I'm literally like.
Is it a cubicle?
What?
Why are you saying you dancing? Like I mean, like. I know why you did. I'm saying like,
what the fuck is wrong with you, nigga?
No, but I'm saying like, is it?
You got ADHD.
Is it? Oh, I'm about to say, is it that slow sometimes?
It's not even the fact that it's slow. It's just the fact that I have ADHD and I have to be moving.
Jabari probably finished his task and he's got some free time, right?
Oh well, yeah, obviously, yeah.
Oh yeah.
But what I'm saying is, when they have free time, they sit down and read a book, or they sit down and like.
Check their phone out.
Or y'all shop for houses?
Like, what do most nurses do in their free time when they're
like at work?
Yeah.
It's like Jabari said. I mean, honestly, Jabari's the only person I know that makes like videos on his free time.
Because I am a new age millennial, and well, actually,
and I'm a top shelf millennial.
No.
New age.
I see a lot of it like on like meme pages, but the thing is like you have to just be very careful because a lot of people who don't not understand technology, didn't grow up with technology, like in the nursing field, there's this HIPAA is crazy. Like HIPAA will get you fucking fucked.
Yeah.
And one of the things they taught you in nursing school was like, yo, don't even put yourself at risk for that. You know what I'm saying? Don't put nothing on the camera. But at the same time, it's like
he's perfected the art.
I have, in the sense of like, I make sure there's never any type of like shit going on, but I'm not saying
identify information.
But I'm also not saying that like I haven't like if somebody came up to me and was like, yo, bro, like I wouldn't be like, oh shit, let me like whatever. Like, I know I'm putting myself at risk. But it's the same thing with anything. It's like you're not supposed to have your phones out at the nursing station, but everybody does.
Everybody does it.
Like 90,
yo, you know, there's
99.
You know how all the sites are blocked? They're not at this new job. Like you can get on Facebook. Like you could get. It was like 4 a.m. the other night. I put on the highlights from the games on YouTube. My charge nurse came over and was like, yeah, we were just watching that shit. This shit was like, yo, it's like
it's a different.
I think like there's like I would say like for like the specific shift you like work. It's some benefits like with the like you know like sometimes having like more like and I think even working in like emergency medicine where it's like like it's not like an office where it's like a 9 to 5 where it's like. If you know what you're doing, in emergency medicine, if you know what you're doing, because it's one of those things where you have to know what you're doing, or you don't fit in. Like niggas don't care what you do, because it's like you're getting another shit done. No, but like, cause like I've talked to another nurse who worked at a doctor's office, and she says like because like it's appointments back to back to back to back. Like a lot of times, like the downtime is very limited. It's like you get your break, and then
I don't think it would be more like, for example, for him. For me, yes, but for him, working day shift it's way more. It's way more busy.
The volume is higher in day shift.
But that's what I'm saying. That's why I said specifically your shift. But like, but you know
but then you misinterpreted by saying just ER. Like I want to make sure.
Yeah. But like what's the busiest type of medicine where you feel like I'm just curious like
emergency medicine.
That's like out of all like ICU is slower.
Emergency medicine. So emergency medicine is the only. So for example, if as a nurse in the ED, you'll probably. A fast-paced ED, let's say, individually, like, my name will be on at least 10, 12, 13 charts, right? That's for night. For day, it could be like 20, 30. Now, say like a mass casualty happens. Holy fuck, who knows? And then that's just my name on that chart.
Yeah.
How many people am I actually interacting with?
Oh, God.
Double, triple that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, as a nurse in the ICU and a nurse in, so I'll say a nurse in the ICU, because patients are so sick, you're limited to normally like 2 patients per nurse.
Oh.
And you'll have them the entire shift. Like sometimes
because you have to like specifically look at them constantly and all.
Because that person is so sick that they're going to be in the hospital for a week. You might come in and every day have the same person. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? On med-surg, which is like the normal. So if you watch like medical shows, these are people you're seeing. They might be a little bit less sick, so you might see them a couple days a week, but then you might be a med-surg nurse who has a patient discharged and then admitted. You know what I'm saying? So it's like more so your name will be on 4 charts, hopefully, if you're in a good fucking system, but it might be 7 charts, you know, and then you might interact with 8 or 9 patients that day, but like in the ER is definitely like the most high-paced.
Because I always just wonder, like,
field.
Like, cause like even when like you go to your primary care physician, like I feel like depending on the office and how big their name is, you know they have a lot of downtime. But I also feel like sometimes like
I would assume they definitely would.
I mean, yeah, they're not. They're
chilling.
Not. Yeah, they're chilling. Compared to what we do, right? Mm-hmm. They're taking appointments. They
so they got like they could take their time, like bro, relax, like.
Yeah, you don't got another patient coming in until 30 minutes from now.
Bro, and the doctors, and even I don't know how doctors, but my mom's was telling me when she worked at one, bro, doctors realistically don't spend no real. At the one office she had, when they got taken over by Centera, they were timed, and Centera brought in like quality assurance people to time them. And they were supposed to spend 10 minutes per patient because Centera wanted them to knock out as many people so they could bring in more bucks.
Damn. Yeah, it's true.
The fucking healthcare system, it's nasty. But at the end of the day, man, it's one of those things where night shift as an ER nurse is very... So I would say if you're a type B person, night shift ER nursing works really well for you because you'll get crazy shit, but you also won't have a lot of the bullshit that comes with Centera, quality assurance people coming in and saying, yeah, you need it. Now, you might be told it, but you're not going to have somebody while you're trying to, like, do compressions peeking in, hey, how are y'all doing? Yeah. Let me update your whiteboard. Like real shit
because those type of people aren't going to work an overnight shift.
They don't show
but compared to you may interact with more of the heads of the hospital that are going to be on your ass. Like, you're not doing this right, sir. Like, and
bro.
Do you feel that at all working in day at times?
earlier on in my career, like I was like, man, this is stupid. But now, he brushed them off.
He's established.
And I consider myself a mercenary anyway, so whatever.
You know how crazy it is to be like, have shit going on, and then just the hospital CEO walks through, and then like, so for example, like, you know, we all get hired, and when you get hired, so you're supposed to know the mission statement of the whatever. Imagine like you were like stressed out because you have 3 patients who are super sick, and then the hospital CEO brings down a new doctor like who might be interviewing here, or the hospital CEO brings down a new, not even a new doctor, it might be like, yo, this is a sales rep for a new medical chair, and they say, hey, Tettey, tell us the mission of this place to show them how well you enjoy working here. What? and you know, if you don't like fudge some bullshit,
that could be your job.
Like, that even could be your job. It could make your job more stressful because it's like, oh, I don't know him because I'm the CEO, but I remember that motherfucker was
not.
Yeah.
So what made
that one black guy?
So what made the? So there's BS that comes with working day with like having admin,
and that's what a lot of people. That's what turns a lot of people away from day shift. There's a lot of BS. There's a lot of volume, but the BS is really stressful. You know, you got your director, you got your person that's under the director, you've got your person that's over your director, and you've got a whole bunch of shit that you just don't want to deal with.
But here's
that benefits night where it's like,
oh yeah, night people are chill as shit.
No, but listen. You see how he said that? You see how he said that? There's this weird shit where I feel like everybody knows night shift is a little bit less stressful.
Oh,
okay, so like they shit on them. Like it's like literally day shift. So if you're good and you get along with people, you have good interpersonal skills, it won't really matter. You might find some friction, but no one's gonna be like, hey, fuck you, motherfucker. But there's always little jokes. But here's the thing I never understood about this, right?
Here we go.
I never understood why day shift people be shitting on night shift or just be like jealous, because it always is jealousy, bro.
But the thing is that every job, bro, I've realized, like, no matter if it's like the people that like any job that offers a night shift, the night shift people don't want to socialize with the admin. I feel like that's also a part of it. Yeah. Like why some people pick night shift, like every type of job, like even like think about when you go to Walmart and think about the type of staff you see there, like a Walmart that's 24 hours. You're like, oh, we see why you only come in at night.
Wait, please tell me why you have a problem with night shift.
No, okay, first of all, I don't have a problem with anybody, okay?
Facts.
But I have seen in many situations where a night shifter will casually pick up a day shift. And when they realize, wow, this shit is fucking busy, and they keep putting patients in my rooms one after the other, and they're discharging my patients for me, and I can't keep up. Then they start getting sweaty, they start getting panicky, and they start stressing.
Whoa.
Suddenly, this type B person looks like a type A person, and everyone's like, "Oh, is that you?" I mean, that's the truth. Now, Jabari, no, because Jabari was actually trained on day shift, so he knows how.
Most people are trained on day shift, though. If you're trained, okay, well, I don't know about that. If you're not trained on day shift, that might be a little different.
So you think most people should be trained on day shift?
But it's not simply that too, because I will say there's plenty of people on day shift who I heard day shift complaining and bitching about who can't keep up. It's like,
oh yeah, definitely.
I think,
and we try to get them on nights.
I think if you're a strong nurse, you'll be fine, whatever. Because the way I view shifts, because I've worked every shift at now multiple hospitals, it literally goes, if your day shift on a good average day, it'll be slow from 7 to 11. When I say slow, you might have like a few patients, especially if you come into an empty ED, right?
Yeah.
By noon, shit's crazy, hitting the fan. By 7 o'clock, it's so crazy that niggas are like, yo, get me the fuck out of here. For night shift, you come into that. So you don't come into we can slowly drink my cup of coffee. It's hit the ground running for like 3-4 hours until you get cleared out.
Yeah.
Maybe 5. And then by like from like 12, 1, and like 2 a.m. till 7, nigga, you might get a couple people. But the difference is you can never like completely chill out because
it's emergency medicine.
It's emergency medicine. You might have nothing for 4 hours, and all of a sudden you get a stroke, and an active stroke that just happened 4 hours ago. And then on top of that stroke, someone else coming in with a heart attack. And then on top of that, somebody has a drug overdose. On top of that, somebody is complaining about not getting chips for some stupid fucking reason.
Do y'all both have? I've got a question. Y'all both got hesitations with starting it, like, or ever trying like MCV because of like how wild it's reported to be?
That's why I wanted. That's one of the reasons why I left my old job. I felt like, I'm okay. I enjoy the work. The work's easy. I felt like the work was easy. I didn't want to switch to day shift because day shift makes less money. It's just like, bro, like I feel like I'm stagnated here. I need to get something more busy. So then I went to this new place. And like, yeah, but like it's also like I still feel like, oh shit. So like the idea of going somewhere where it's like, bro, like we're sending everything there, bro. Like, we're sending flight crews there. It's like, yo, it's cool. Personally, I might need to switch to day shift when I start making like good money without needing the work nights, you know? Because my thing, because right now, and like,
you got a lifestyle you trying to maintain.
Yeah, a lifestyle I'm trying to maintain, and also too, it's like I want to. We need to get off the topic of just our bullshit lives for a second, but it's just like I'll end it like this. I don't understand why people shit on night shift when they're day shift when we all choose the shifts we want to work. It's like, bro, if you think it's so easy working night shift, just do it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
There's one complication in night shift for a lot of people. You got to realize.
Lifestyle.
It's that like some people can't stay up. Also, which you can shit on them for.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, bro. It's like if it's so easy, do it. Oh, you can't do it? Shut the fuck up. You know.
And then, but then you also
argue with you there.
But then it's not even that other people can't like. And I feel like people have to take perspective and understand because like there's people that wish they could do night shift, but you know through other reasons, children.
But does that give you?
That's what I'm saying. They need to change their perspective.
So it's like in the last chapter of the book. And this is why like when people bitch at work, unless it's something serious. I'll say something else serious that happened at work today. Like for example, if I'm not letting a patient sleep in a room with low oxygen because I just gave them fucking 2 milligrams of morphine and a milligram of Dilaudid. And they're sat and low. If I'm not just sitting there saying, "Oh, it's nothing," and then some nurse comes over here and says, "Yo, I put oxygen on," like, "Oh, I was just gonna chill and leave it there because they're going upstairs anyway." If I'm not doing shit like that, it's just literally like, "Yo, I'm doing my job. When you come pick up my patients, everything's done." It's not like, "Yo, I'm leaving you with multiple tasks to do. He shit his pants. There's blood all over the." You know what I'm saying? It's like. You have no reason to be nasty if I'm doing my job. There are people in this job who are so jaded that it doesn't matter how good you are, how well you treat them, or how much you care about your job enough to like do better. And when I say this, it's like asking questions that they'll just be shitty. Those type of people, it's like, bro, like it's time. It's time. Something needs to change because it's
time for them to leave the.
It's a hostile work environment. Like I was, so there was there's one of the charge nurses at this new job I'm working at. She's been there for like 10 years. Told me about how she first came here. She was like overweight and there was a lot of skinny, fuck you guys, skinny blonde white women who were working there who had cliques and were just mean as fuck. And eventually the hospital switched them off shifts and then individually fired them because they realized that these women were making it a hostile work environment. People weren't staying. People were leaving the job, and it's like. Just because, like healthcare is one of those jobs where, and I think it's a lot of jobs, but healthcare especially is if you don't have good interpersonal skills, you're just not gonna do well. You're just not.
I think it depends on what type. Like,
true.
If you want to be a motherfucking X-ray technician and you don't barely want to talk, like it depends on like.
You've gotta balance it out. You
gotta be able to talk a little bit.
If you've got a shitty personality, but you're a goddamn good nurse.
Yeah.
They'll take it.
You're great.
There you go.
And it's what you say. There's balance, and I think like but we've all been to like it's anything. Healthcare a lot of times is just customer service, and you need customer service.
That's why I fucking get so mad at people who do customer service that doesn't have a life on the line. And they can't do that shit right.
Thank you,
my nigga. I asked for water. You brought me Sprite,
and you get mad at me for complaining.
Yeah,
it's not even complaining. It's like, yo, you're just asking for a correction.
Right.
And it's like, but it's anything. It's like a receptionist when you like imagine if they're like when I went to St. Mary's, the receptionist was rude to us. The one when I went there, but it's like, but it was like I went to the joint. Shawty was rude, and I was like, bro. Regardless of like, I was kind of like it was an older lady.
God damn, Nick.
I was an older lady, but I was kind of blown at her because it was like, why are you being so rude? I'm just trying to fill out this paperwork, and you're getting attitude. This is your job.
Yeah, and like my thing about the secretary is like it's not like she even like worried, like you ain't even got nothing on the line, so like calm down. But at the same time too,
but still customer service.
Yeah. But at the same time, when you get to the back end, like I'll tell you what, your nurse could be mad as fuck, but or could be a dude. Your doctor. Let me say that because a lot of times I feel like you see it more with doctors than you do with nurses. Your doctor could be an asshole. But if you're in the room, your 86-year-old mother just collapses and stops breathing, and that same doctor comes in and puts a tube down her throat that helps start her breathing again, and then in like 3 weeks or a month, you're sitting with your mother eating dinner, and she's like talking to you, like you're gonna be like, you know what? I don't give a fuck, which is like what Tettey means.
Yeah.
And
that's stuff that you like. You pointed at me. You said some doctors. It's just like it's just anything. Some people have the book smart, don't have any bedside manner. They're like my mom worked at a doctor's office, and that was like this running gag about this one doctor who was a genius. Like they were saying, like he has no ability to socialize with people, but like he can identify. Like he was such an amazing doctor. So like the guy that owned the practice took that. That's what you say. He just took. He would like they almost would warn people like this dude will save your life. He just doesn't know how to talk to people. He never learned how it. No, but they said like the way he would talk to everyone in the office was the same. So it wasn't like he was treating any like for patients any lesser.
Hot take. You see that a lot with African doctors.
Uh-oh.
No, for real. Like I feel like with like doctors who like they're like immigrants or they come from here and they're from cultures that are very like patriarchal and they just demand like but like what I'm saying is they're great fucking doctors. Like like for example, one of my preceptors at the new job was telling me about this doctor who's this big black African man who is the head of the ER. He's the head of the ER right now. Yeah. And like two or some years ago, like this patient comes in and they're complaining of neck pain. They're like, oh, I think I broke my neck, but they're like having full range of motion with their neck and all this shit. So like the nurse is like, I'm not, fuck that shit. Like you don't have a broken neck. You obviously whatever. Yeah. The doctor's like, put a C-collar on her, which is the collar that goes around your neck to prevent you from whatever. And the nurse is like, giving him shit like why are you doing this? I have other shit to do. And the doctor like put a C-collar on her. After they get in the little bust up, he puts a C-collar on her. He goes and gets the X-ray. She had multiple fractures in her fucking neck. Yeah. And then you know what that doctor did?
Report.
He didn't report him. He said, he said, hey, did you see your X-ray? And he was like, and the nigga was like, yeah. But that's the thing. It's like he's an asshole, but he knows his shit. You know.
So you take it.
Because
there's probably nurses that don't have any people that don't have the best people skills.
Bro, it's always the ones that smoke. It's always the ones that smoke where they don't take no shit. But like
they know what they're doing.
Nah, but it's one thing not to take shit, but you gotta respect the education, and the experience of a doctor. It is what it is.
And I think you have to I think one thing you have to do when you're working with the clients or you gotta have patience with the people you see because they're not a lot of people aren't there because they want to be there. Something happened and there's
nigga, yes. Yeah,
but people gotta be
like it's so hard, bro. I told you about when I was giving the dude an enema because he came for constipation, and then literally, so not only did so the way I do this shit is I put the shit in your butt and sit you on the toilet, right? Oh, God. But for some reason, this is my first week, and the nigga told me, hey, doing the sign, you get this, and I was like, I guess I'll try it his way, right? I should have just did my way. I know.
But if they're able-bodied, you can just hand them that shit and just say, do the shit yourself.
He was.
Oh,
yeah.
A little shaky.
Yeah. Either way, this nigga starts shitting on the bed. So I got to get him from the bed to the toilet, right? But before I do that, he's got a log of shit out his ass that's just hanging out. I got to take this piece of shit, put it in the commode. After all this is done,
please tell me you got gloves on.
No, I'm grabbing shit with my bare hands.
Yo, listen, you need to tell a heroic life-saving story after this, man.
Nah, we're gonna get we're gonna
I don't get paid all that money.
I told you, bro. I told him, bro. That's what my grandpa asked him. They was bragging. My grandpa was at the hospital. They was bragging about how this nurse was going to get his master's and stuff. My grandpa said, that's all fine and dandy, but can he change his commode?
Bruh, listen.
He just wanted. He's not trying to.
This motherfucker said. Do you volunteer for this, bro?
You a candy striper?
I looked at him. I said, "Yeah, I love this shit." All pun intended. Like, come on, bro.
All pun intended.
Oh, come on, bro. I
got a head out, fellas.
But that's the shit. But all right, bro. Damn, bro. We didn't even get to talk about Danny Brown. But it's all we do it next week. We do it next week.
Bro, I read someone. Bro, this Meg the Stallion shit wild.
Bro, oh my god, I watched her interview, nigga.
I gotta be there because it's taking. What happened? Give me.
Bruh, do you know anything about this?
With a record company?
Bro, they saying that, bro. I was listening to Joe Budden podcast, and they said one hot take I loved off of it was they said she could do this because she a fucking woman. Because he said, for dude that done this, probably blew his hand off his shoulder. Yeah. Well, you disrespecting me because they said that. Supposedly that whole label is just gang and
So
she went to court. And
so here's my thing. So here's my thing about Meg the Stallion. Here's my thing about Meg the Stallion so far, and we'll get deeper into it because there's more to be revealed. I fuck with her. Like after I watched the interview, she's smart, she's intelligent, she's cool. She seems humble, but we all have our own bullshit. My take right now is Meg the Stallion is like doing similar to what Lil Uzi Vert is and realize that, I could be getting a little bit more than what I can and is trying to finagle the system a little bit.
She's signing with Rock Nation or she's trying to sign with Rock Nation?
She's signed with Rock Nation with management.
But this group, 1501, put money behind her.
Right.
And, basically, bro,
they try to,
I want my,
and
I'm
they try
not
to
trying
stop
to
her.
give you all this money on the front end. I basically gave you all this money up front, and now you're not trying to pay me on the back end.
And even so basically, even in the interview, Meg was basically saying the nigga that's coming... The nigga that's coming out and saying that what the fuck? Okay, so the nigga, so basically it's between Meg the Stallion and this nigga named C some whatever. He's the CEO of 1501 record company, right? And he's basically saying that, I gave you your career when you didn't have a career, which he's basically saying that you were just rapping on ciphers, doing these little freestyles online, so you had a little bit of clout, but you had no money. You had no way to travel. You had no way to record. You had no way to tour. You had no way to get your hair, makeup done for multiple shows a week. You know what I'm saying? Somebody had to foot that bill.
Yeah.
Now, whether or not he was holding her hand the whole way, giving her guidance, that's something that I think can be argued. But I think that's a separate argument because in the interview, Meg was really saying that, one person from the label was my mentor. He was the one showing me the ropes, showing me this, showing me that. The nigga who's out here talking, and again I forget his fucking name. I should really figure out his name. Didn't do shit for me. Didn't do. T's coming up.
Cool.
No, that's you. Yeah, I'm sorry.
You just not getting my text?
No. But basically she was like, that nigga, I haven't seen that nigga. I haven't spoken to that nigga. She basically said, the last time she spoke to him prior to, this situation was, 8 months ago.
Right.
But Charlamagne brought up a good point, which he brought up a point, but then didn't, follow into it, where he said, well, what if he was the money man? And she kind of didn't have a response to that. She was like, So that's what I think. I think that this dude, because this dude is basically a retired baseball player. Here, let me see if I can figure out his name so I'm not versus.
He kind of gave the details of the contract that she was originally under.
Charlamagne?
No. The dude that you're talking about, I guess the dude that is in charge of her being on 1501. He said that she was getting a great deal for, basically a starter.
Carl Crawford, that's his name.
Which is 40%. She was getting 40%.
Yeah. He said 60-40 split for her masters or no.
60-40, and she was getting 40.
Yeah. I don't know. Right. I don't know the specifics of the contract. All I know is she was obligated to do 4 albums based off of whatever agreement they had. There was an uneven split possibly towards Megan, but we know that happens for a lot of people when it comes to different types of... Well, actually, I'll say a lot of people, because if it's a 60-40 split on her masters, a lot of people don't have ownership of their masters. Right. If it's 60-40 of her publishing, I'm not sure. I don't know what her publishing is. I also don't know if it's a full 360 to where Wayno explained this on the Everyday Struggle, where a 360 deal is basically just saying however much money we loan you, to recoup that money, we're gonna take a little bit from everything. You know what I'm saying? Which is all a 360 deal is. Which in hindsight, later on might be dumb, but at the same time too, it's it all depends on the artist and how much the split is and what you do, because we all can't get anywhere with no help. Yeah. So that's where
and he did make a point. He made that point. Mm-hmm. He said that basically we give you a chance when all these other labels that are now trying to recruit you and put you against us did not want you. We built you up, and now that they're gonna reap our work, based on the money that we gave you and the chance that we gave you.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people, it's tough for them to not wrap their head around that. But my perspective of it, because we all have different perspectives of it, is that what Meg the Stallion is kind of making us out to seem is like Carl Crawford loaned her the money to get her career. And once that loan is repaid, which I don't even know if it's been repaid yet, but once that loan is repaid, my nigga, I have nothing to do with you no more, and I can go off and do whatever I want with Roc Nation and Jay-Z now that I'm at this level of establishment. So I don't even know if she's recouped everything she's done. I doubt it. She's only released she hasn't released her studio album yet. She's only released EPs, I'm pretty sure.
This latest album is...
This latest thing is an EP. It's not an album. She specified that. It's only 7. It's less than 8 songs.
Oh, okay.
But Meg the Stallion album, I'll just make sure I'm not lying here.
I mean, she was on the first take promoting that. Very awkward.
Yeah, Tina Snow, Make It Hot is an EP, and so is the other Joan. I don't know if Fever. Was Fever an album or was Fever an EP? I'm going to look at her Wikipedia real quick. Discography. Fever. It's a mixtape. Yeah, so she hasn't released a studio album yet. So it's like there's no way they've recouped their money. So it's like you're still at some point indebted to these people just on that alone. So this is Devonte, right? Because if it's not, we all getting shot. All right, word. All right, bro. Good. So we're still on the pot. Nigga, you got. Oh, I'm about to say, nigga. What to say, nigga? I thought you had the Yeezys on, nigga. I was like, what we doing tonight, bro? No. So we're talking about Meg the Stallion. That's already, the mic's already linked up if you want to talk. But you gotta keep it scooted, and you can yeah, it's whatever. Yeah, because I mean, I figured out a way. You straight for right now, bro.
You got shoe off?
Huh? Wait, what?
Nigga tripped on me one time. I sat on this couch. Sat on.
When we first got it, bro, I was living large. We leaving too, so I'm about to get a whole new whatever. So fuck it. Make sure you scoot up though, so you can get your like face in the mic, so when you talk, like we can pick you up. We're talking about Meg the Stallion versus Carl Crawford right now.
Oh, the record deal, joint.
Yeah, but my shit is this. Meg the Stallion is looking at it as a loan. I don't even think she paid off the loan. Carl Crawford is looking at it like everybody does, where it's an investment. Like, we made an investment in you. I didn't look at you and say, yo, I'm giving you this money just for you to pay me back. I'm looking at it as like, yo, we build a partnership. I make money off my investment. Like, yo, like, there wouldn't be a Meg the Stallion if I didn't take a chance.
Yeah, you're right.
Just like, who was it that, the fucking Facebook movie when it was goddamn Mark Zuckerberg and the nigga that won Jordan. What's his name in the movie? Who was the money guy? He was played by Spider-Man, the Spider-Man character, Andrew Garfield. So the character that Andrew Garfield played in Facebook was the money guy for Mark Zuckerberg, and they fucking got in a fight at the end because Mark Zuckerberg, once Facebook was huge, was trying to be like, bye, nigga. And this nigga was like, bro, there wouldn't be any Facebook if I had never loaned you all this fucking money. Mm-hmm. It's an investment. And in the eyes of the courts, the nigga won. He was like, bro, you can't do that. You know what I'm saying? That's just not how that works. So
I think it's kind of different, though. I see what you're saying. I really get what you're saying.
Yeah, go ahead.
Do you think that, like, because I was reading over what Roc Nation stuff put out there, like when they read over her contract, because, you know, she got to deal with them, and they get the right to her contract and stuff like that. When they read it over, it was like, yo, like, you sound some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like, and granted, she admitted, so she just didn't know at the time.
Yeah, it's fine.
But, and I heard you sound like with an investment, but it's like, I think they knew that she ain't know the business, because it was like they get 60% of, 60% of all either streaming or something like that. Her tour jumps was 40%. It was huge chunks of money. You know what I'm saying? I get the investment part, but it's like, dog, like,
so we're talking.
That's too much.
But listen. Yeah. I understand that she did bad business. Okay. Yes.
But it's on her. At the end of the day, it's on her. She has to take accountability for it.
Yeah. You did bad business, but bad business is just that. It's still business. You have to legally uphold that contract. And the thing too is,
until you break that shit.
I am not knowledgeable enough to say that she got signed to a incredibly bad deal. From everyone I've heard who's knowledgeable of the subject, they've said she got signed, if not to a standard deal, a deal that's a little bit better than a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? Not just from Crawford, but from Everyday Struggle, from Wayno, who's a manager, from DJ Academics, from Charlemagne was on the Breakfast Club. It's like it seems like
it's probably an average jump for most people who come in.
So
but
what I'm saying,
even though it's average, it still could be bad. You know what I'm saying? It's like
but the way Meg the Stallion is portraying it to be is like, yo, you guys are fucking me like no one's ever been fucked before, and she is mobilizing her fan base and and I wouldn't even say she's personally doing it, her team, because again, I watched the interview today on the Breakfast Club. I fuck with Meg the Stallion. I fuck with her mentality, dude. You know she's in college and for health administration.
Yeah, supposed to be a hospital administrator.
Yeah, I did not know that. That's fucking.
Supposed to open
You didn't know that?
No,
that's like
that shit's fucking.
Like she'll get a shit like instead of Hot Girl Summer, she was like now was
My
like.
nigga, I don't listen to Meg the Stallion. I'm not a hot girl. Like it's cool. It's
you gotta be a hot girl.
Bro. No, for real, like I am not a fan of her music at all. So it's like I was not tuned in.
Yeah, I'm not big on her music, but I mean I understand. I've listened to the things.
I don't even understand. Like
and
and by the way, you slores out there. She even said, "Yo, the Hot Girl Summer. When I first started that shit, it was just about to be about getting your bag and living your unconditional life. Y'all came out here and City Boy, and she said she was like, what the fuck? Because apparently like she did this lip service podcast with Angela Yee, and on there she was super timid, like she didn't know what gaping was and shit like that. Which, you know, we're not saying niggas do it, but like you ever seen porn and shit like that. But it's just like she's 25 and she was saying she started rap, and I don't know if this was a slip of the tongue, but she said her mom was a rapper and she heard her rapping, and so it got her wanting to rap herself, and it was the beat to "I'm Different" by 2 Chainz, and it was like that was when her mom was like, "Oh, you can do that." And I'm like, "Yo, wait, hold on. How long ago? Like, she's just a normal, regular ass chick, and that's dope. But in this situation, because of that, I'm not, and I don't have any wherewithal anyway against her or for her. It's just like I just think she is trying to get out of a contract she signed when she didn't know no better, which at the end of the day, it's like, yeah, you didn't know any better, but at the end of the day too, it's like, is that still an excuse in 2020, bro? Like, it's like, my nigga, like,
but at the end of the day, it's like everybody goes through this. I feel like everybody signs deals that, you know what I'm saying? But I think this what's happening right now is just becoming public. She chose the public route to take. Yeah. People have disagreements all the time with their record labels about like, oh, I didn't know this shit. Right. I feel like you fucking me over. I talked to this person.
I'm a bigger star
like,
now.
you know what I'm saying? And I was talking about this. I listened to like a snippet. I've been sleeping on the Joe Budden joint, but I was listening to the joint they was talking about with Drake.
I haven't listened to it today either.
Yeah, but it was basically saying like Drake has done a great job with not making that shit public on his end, because when you think about Drake and he's basically mastered and become so big,
it's
like and the 360 thing, because he was in the 360, like he had Young Money, Cash Money, OVO, but that didn't.
Well, OVO is his own.
Yeah, shit. His own thing. Yeah, but it's like because of his talent, is like.
No, there's no way.
You couldn't deny what was gonna be his bag. You know what I'm saying? You couldn't deny.
There was questions to whether or not
demand shit.
Lil Wayne owned his contracts. Like. It's as simple as that. Like, definitely. And you're like, that's a crazy point to make, because you've never heard of Drake coming out here and say,
that's why I said it's
yo,
public
what the fuck?
Megan. And I think that's people act like this is big. People do this shit all the time behind the scenes. We don't see it, but she's chosen the public route. I don't know why she did that when it's like the fans can't help her.
She said she didn't make it public until he did, which I don't know the timeline. But here's also why it's getting why I think it's also getting a little out of hand, because 1501 has a lot of gang affiliation. You saw Jay Prince come out and say like, yo, you fucking with my mans. I see Rock Nation slithering in, which we can have a conversation on that too, which we don't need to. I'll just give a point DJ Academics made, because that would just be taking his intellectual property. But basically, they have a lot of like rough niggas over there, right? And so I feel like the way this is being portrayed with the whole fact of Meg the Stallion getting a restraining order and doing all this other stuff is that like, yo, these rough niggas are trying to put the pressure on this poor Southern girl. You know what I'm saying? Now, I don't think Meg the Stallion is making that narrative, but the hot girls are, the internet is, and it's just kind of like that's where we're at right now. Personally, how I view it, I think Meg the Stallion didn't have a good lawyer. Maybe not even had a lawyer. Sign a shitty contract or a standard contract. Yeah. Rock Nation, as DJ Academics said, who preaches all this black unity and this, that, and the third, but are really out here just poaching black artists from other black CEOs.
They
did it. They did it with Uzi. You know what I'm saying? And DJ Drama. They did it with they did it with Wayne and Birdman, which you could say, okay, that's valid. Like it was a valid acquisition, but at the same time, you don't see them doing it from the niggas at Atlanta. You don't see them doing it from the niggas at fucking Def Jam. You don't see it because Leroy Cohen or whatever is a white dude. Like you don't see him. You don't see him, or you don't see. I don't say him because I'm not saying Jay-Z is doing this, but like the Rock Nation isn't poaching people from white people, but Rock Nation is now poaching another artist, and getting them to come by saying like, yo, your shit's fucked up. Look what we could do. Not saying even if we know that Rock Nation's doing shit like copacetic, you know what I'm saying? But basically, it's like anything in life. When you get hip to something and you made
and that's the thing,
bro.
Like when you get hip to it because when I think about the job, I'm like, bro, if I was getting to the game, I would hit up my industry friends and be like, yo, I know you had these good ass lawyers. I know you got this experience. Yeah. Put me on real quick and let me know who you done talk to, like what kind of deal you sound like, who I need to talk to, what lawyer can I look at my contract? Not so I know one person gonna write the contract. I need another lawyer to look at my joint and be like, everything good, because I'm gonna look through this shit and they're gonna word it in a way that I don't understand. That's really getting me over. Like it's gonna be like, oh, we're taking 60%.
Here's the word.
They're gonna say some other stuff. Hold on, real quick. But the problem is though, you don't get the industry friends until you start popping. You know what I'm saying? So you've already signed the deal a lot of times early. Like Nicki Minaj was in a contract when she had first started. I don't know if y'all know this shit, but when she first started with a group called Dirty Money, and she ended up getting popping and stuff. Then she get with Young Money and everything like that. But Young Dirty Money had the contract named to NickiMinaj.com. Mm-hmm. If you ever try to go to Nicki Minaj's website, it's not NickiMinaj.com because they still have the rights to that legal name. Like it has to be called I think like Pink Print. Or something. She has to name it not her name because they still own the rights to her joint.
You want so do you think Nicki had the same issue?
Yeah. Oh hell yeah.
But it was just all artists do. But here's my thing. My advice, and this is what I've heard from the Joe Budden podcast, what I heard from Wayno. Fuck industry friends and getting their help with lawyers. Hire your own fucking lawyer. Being a lawyer is at the beginning, yeah.
Like you said, you have no money.
The capital. I'm sure that in 2020 you can Google some service that is
it's like strong, like bitter.
It's dark. It's a dark beer. Yeah. The Modelo's gonna be lighter. The Modelo's gonna be lighter than the Guinness. But basically, it's one of those things where like, I'm sure there's an agency out there that says, yo, we will look at your contract and like for free, but once we get that shit done, like we'll need to like whatever. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like, bro, it's like you have to have your own people. You know what I'm saying? You can't trust other people's people. You have to take forward steps for your own viability. And like, yeah, that takes trust. But if you go with a corporation that...
But it takes some capital too, though. I'm saying like at the beginning, like you don't really have a whole lot of capital to hire those people.
But what I'm saying is there's what I'm saying is it's similar to when like you get in a car accident and you don't have any money, but there's lawyers who say like, yo, we'll take your case. We just need a percentage, like of the case. Of the case you win, you like literally with record contracts, you get in advance. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure. And if there's not
lawyers.
No. With a record. Yeah. So what I'm saying is, Meg the Stallion, she got a contract that she could sign from these people. It's not like she's going to a lawyer and saying, I don't have any capital and I might get signed. It's like, no, nigga, I have a contract here saying if I get signed, I get $3 million. Like, yo, can you look at this? You get a percentage of that $3. You know what I'm saying? Like if there's not companies that do that, that is insane to me. Like, because there's companies that do that for little shit such as, yo.
Or such a shit. Know too that like, oh, you think you're getting $3 million? Your ass about to get this fast.
But that's what I'm saying. Like a free consultation. Like I'm sure there's a company that does that because there's people who do that shit for like injuries. Like it's like, yo, bro, you hit my car. I don't even know if this will make any money, but like, yo, like let's go to court. And if we make money, we make money. If we don't,
I mean, but what if that's the industry standard? Like, what if she did actually get a good deal for being a first time? I mean, a no-name artist.
But I think that's the thing. I think it is a standard in the industry, but it's not a perfect standard. And like, it's not enough. I feel like it's not enough people vouching against it to like change whatever the system is. Like it's big corporations. It's just what it is.
What I think a big problem too here now is we're getting into this really entitled place where people think that once I get on, I got on by myself and I don't owe anybody anything. But it's like, no, for anything in life, like, it's like, bro, it's like to go to school to be a doctor, you got to pay somebody back for giving you that education. Like, it's like, at no point was college ever free. Now, maybe college is a little bit more affordable, but to go get to a higher level, you always have to pay somebody to get you to that level. Same thing with trade school. Same thing with, like, anything in life. You owe somebody something for getting to higher. No, it's not. And I'm not talking about that. I'm simply talking about Meg the Stallion says, I don't owe you shit. And I'm like, yo, even if you had like
yeah,
there's always gonna be there's always gonna be a better contract.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, you're always gonna owe somebody something.
Yeah, that's a wild statement to say because like at the end of the day, I didn't not give you anything at all. Like I definitely invested in you. You know what I'm saying? You can't say I don't owe you shit. You don't. I know what she's trying to say. Like, her talent is her talent. They're not writing her bars. Yeah. They're not getting out here. They're not building this fan base. Yeah. They're not, you know what I'm saying, building this pool of hot girls. She did that shit. Yeah. If you want to say that, I get you, Meg. Like, that was all you. Yeah. But in terms of, like, some of that capital, though, to get you that outfit for that video, to get you that, you know what I'm saying, video shoot, to get you this, da-da-da, like, that.
Bro, not even just stuff like that. We can go to the music.
No, I'm just naming some quick shit. You know
no. I didn't mean to negate. I meant to go. Oh, no, I didn't mean to. I mean to negate the last statement with getting her hot girl shit on. I'm sure they had something to do with that too because they talked about it in the fucking the Breakfast Club interview where Charlamagne kind of joked about Payola, was like, you know, Carl Crawford was the money man. You know, somebody had to get the songs on the radio, and DJ M.A. was like, like shut up, because Payola is very illegal. But if you don't think niggas are giving money to radio stations to play their records, you're just insane. So what I'm saying is, it's like somebody has to pay for that.
Right.
And
a lot of her hot girl build-up was just through just her having an Instagram. They didn't pay. Instagram's free. Like, it's through her, like, a video.
Yes, she had ciphers and she got her name popping. But we all know that clout alone don't just get you there. It really don't. You got to be.
It can for some people. Like, I've seen people blow up through. You see people go viral all the time. Fucking Bad Baby. Like, people. Yeah. There's an engine behind her now.
That's a different time. But
it can get you. It can get you there.
It can get you known, but it's not gonna get you a career. Is what I'm saying. Is all I'm saying. So what I'm saying is, they gave her. They are the reason she has a career. Yes, she could have been hot girl, whatever, but the reason why she's getting paid to do what she wants to do is because of that label.
Somebody invested.
It's just like that's simple.
I mean, what you're describing is an investment. Like,
it's simply it.
Gave money, gave time. Then
you could have been hot girl Meg on YouTube all day long, getting 2 million views because.
But to what end? When does my contract end? Is there an end in sight to this contract?
Yeah, I'm sure there's an end. Yeah, they said they owed. She owes them 4 albums. 4 albums. She hasn't given them 1 yet. All these have been EPs and mixtapes. It's like, bro.
It's hard to give an album though when you ain't let me release music.
Yeah.
Because you were wanting to renegotiate your contract before you even before you even fulfilled one portion of the contract.
The court of law said that they can't do that. She did win that.
Okay. Case. Yeah, she did. She did win that case.
So they were doing something illegal.
All right. True. Well.
Technically.
I don't know. Truthfully, I don't know. To me, that doesn't make a lot of sense. It's like, bro, like, she wanted to renegotiate, so she. I don't. To me, it's like I don't know how she won that. To me, that doesn't make sense. It's like, bro, like, I have her legally binded to this contract to give me 4 albums. She says, yo, before I do that, let's switch some shit around. Which we don't know if that means, pay me more money, give me a better split. But it's like, you haven't fulfilled any of the contract yet. Now, maybe she did. Maybe she's maybe in the court of law she's already recouped them all their money, which I doubt, because I think a lot of people would be screaming from the hilltops. I don't know. I don't know the specifics. It just, to me, critically thinking wise, like, there has to be something else that happened. Like, to me, I'm thinking maybe somebody like, hey, yo, bitch, you know what I'm saying? Like maybe some real shit in the court. It's like, yo, bro, you can't harass her. You can't do this. Let her, as a compensate, like, release this EP so she can eat or whatever. And the terms of her contract, or maybe the terms of her contract says she's allowed to release other shit that's not titled as an album. Like, where did this? I know it came out on Apple Music and Spotify, but maybe it's on SoundCloud too because it's an EP and a mixtape. Mm-hmm. So it's like, in your contract, she had, I can I have artistic freedom to put projects out or to do features on my own thing, and that's in the contracts. Of course, like you can't stop that. Yeah. But of course, like you can't just leave the contract. You still have to fulfill the terms of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I suspect that they're still gonna get some money off of her.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah. Rock Nation probably gonna have to come in and buy out.
Yeah,
shit.
Until they buy her out. They're still own whatever percentages they own. Yeah.
But then again,
I just get what she's saying in terms of like you didn't make me. I know what she means, but I feel like it's a weird statement. You could be taken in the wrong way. Like, it's a weird statement to say that when it's like an investment. But you didn't make me though. It's like my talent. Like, so you have to ask the question like, without 1501 or whoever it is, would Meg the Stallion have her career? I feel like the answer is yes. If she was doing what she was doing and she was putting out the consistent content that she was putting out, because somebody would have found her. Like, talent is fucking talent. You have some people who just like.
I disagree. I think the right engine helps different artists. I truly believe if you don't have the right engine behind,
if you have the right social media impact on certain people are going to find you and see that. And then if 1501 don't book you, somebody else. But
listen, you're saying she did all the social media shit. You have no idea if now at a point like because a lot of people have people who run their social media who run like she might have because like, she doesn't have the time anymore. She has to be out and do Meg the Stallion shit.
No, I'm not talking about just a post of like a picture of me. I'm talking about videos of me being like Cardi B, for instance. Cardi B became Cardi B because of her being herself through Instagram videos.
Yes.
The label couldn't have done that for her.
Yes,
like if you won't be in a wild,
but Cardi B was taken seriously.
You didn't make me.
Yes, but Cardi B was known as the stripper who was making funny videos on the internet. Yeah. And then when she got with Atlantic, because she was with Atlantic early on, they started putting her in the studio, getting her writers. Making her career is what I'm saying.
Hold on, right. We're saying the same thing.
Yeah,
because she was being herself, though, they started to give her more money. Because they started seeing the influx of people that was following her and like the clout that she was getting through the social media impact. Yeah. Now, I'm actually gonna invest in you. Like this could be something. If they didn't see that she was like that and she was a regular ass Instagram bitch with a fat ass they wouldn't have done anything for her. Like,
yes, they're doing it all the time now. Do you know how many IG models have record contracts?
Not to the extent that they've invested in Cardi though, because they invest in like these with
yes,
dolls,
because
like
Cardi's popping faster. Yes, Cardi has a better personality. Yes, I agree with you. I'm not saying Meg the Stallion didn't bring anything to the table. Let's nix that conversation. What I'm saying is,
are we arguing or what are you doing?
No, it's podcast. Okay. Nigga, it doesn't matter if we're arguing. It's a podcast. It's the fucking point of it. It would be fucking lame if we're all sitting here going, yeah, man, we all agree. So don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Nigga, I'm not gonna get up and punch you in the fucking face, nigga. Yeah, it's like
I'm not worried about that, but I'm just saying like you something getting heated.
Yeah, nigga, get heated. That's what I like.
But I'm not gonna get heated.
Nigga, it's fine. Be fine. But listen, what I'm saying is this though. We don't know. Like yes, Meg the Stallion got her own initial fame through going viral, right? Mm-hmm. But from then on, we don't know when they attached themselves to her and started giving her what she needed to become a star, right? Same thing with Cardi B. Cardi B got herself popping, got herself viral on her own. But Cardi B also said, when I was a stripper, I put $80,000 of my own money into my own music career, and it didn't really go nowhere. It wasn't until Atlantic got behind it and really started pushing money and getting to where she needed to be. I don't know how much 1501 has it's been established in how Meg moves, how she has the right people writing her schedule, has the right people making sure that she's getting dressed right, has the right people making sure that her social media is posting how it's supposed to be posting, but also allowing Meg to do whatever she needs to do to get ready. She changes over to Rock Nation. We'll see if that shit continues. That's what's going to be telling. It's like right now everything's looking good for Meg because actually it's not because people are saying this EP is shitty. But what I'm saying is everything's looking good for Meg because people fuck with her, right? Yeah. So we're all willing to say, yo, you guys are doing Meg wrong. But the second Meg leaves and then shit gets cold and she's not sounding the same or
they pull that money out.
But what I'm saying is she's saying, you didn't make me, you're not giving me what I need. I can go over here and do it better and make more money. That's what she's saying. She's saying I don't owe you all that because you're not doing as much as you think you are, right? Mm-hmm. What I'm saying is let her go somewhere else, which I hope she goes and succeeds. I hope I don't want her to fail. But if she does fail, it's gonna be like, oh no, maybe they were doing something more for you than you thought.
It's on her. It's on you.
Yeah. So
I don't think that I recognize people's talents, and I honestly like in terms of her penmanship, it's like the girl can write and she can rap, like she can deliver, right? And that's
fine.
They're not 1501 is getting in the studio and doing it for her. That's all I'm saying. You can't take the full credibility away from that.
Just because you can,
as well as what you do for people and like how you rally a group of people together just by posting them on the video, getting girls hype. Like these niggas. Like she's got a following through just talking to people. Same with that's my only comparison with Cardi B. Cardi B did the same shit. Yeah. She wouldn't have been if Cardi B made no video at all and didn't show her personality. Cardi B would not be. She would be another Love and Hip Hop girl just on the show, getting a little bit of money, but not really getting an investment.
I want to get off this topic soon, but what I'm saying is to go back to that point. Yes, Meg the Stallion can rap and does her own shit, but I was just watching a video with this chick named Cat Lila who, with a big Juicy J and Meg. What was that big song with Juicy J and Meg the Stallion? You know what I'm talking about though. It was big off Fever. It's a really big song.
Hands on Your Knees.
Yeah. Simon Says his hands on your knees. Huh? I actually fucking like that song. There was controversy because the writer of the hook came out and she didn't know she was doing it, but she was proud to be part of the song. That song is a hit partially because of the hook. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yes, Meg the Stallion can write and do her own shit. We know plenty of rappers who can do that. Yeah. But it's like, if you don't have a team who's getting the right people to make the right songs, to make the right hooks, to do whatever you need, you're not the same artist. So, again, I'm not saying her contract is roses and sun petals or
that those people wanted to work with you all because of like people. I think that sometimes labels throw money to get people to work with you. I think other times too, people want to work with you just because of who you are. I heard what you're saying. I think it takes some of the credibility from her as a person and as a talent. If you just say to like 1501, just fucking make. I agree. We're arguing because I said that I agree with her point of like you didn't make me, and if you made me, make another me. Like you can't. If it's a certain level of skill that I'm delivering, I can do that.
Yes,
like all
but
day,
what
like
50?
That's just
But
me. Like
but
you can't duplicate.
Nobody. So listen. I'm not saying they made her or didn't. What I'm saying is, they didn't make her talent, but they made her career. You cannot deny that. If there was no 1501, there'd be no Meg the Stallion because nobody was taking a chance. There was nobody taking a chance on Meg. You can't because it's like you can't disagree because it's history. There was nobody taking a chance. Who was giving Meg? Okay, so
even if they didn't do it, bro.
So Rob,
I believe in divine.
You don't know that.
You don't know.
Okay, but no,
I believe
I'm not talking. But I'm telling you when you will know. I'm telling you when you will know. We can revisit this later. You will know when she leaves 1501 and it's still Meg the Stallion. That's all I'm saying.
We're not at the start of a career at this point. I'm talking about the start of her. Wait.
What did you agree?
She's in it for bigger things, man.
No. But regardless of the fact, the simple point of saying we can't go back in time and say, yo, 1501 never get here, and let's see if another company comes. We can't. But we can know that if she leaves 1501 and goes to another place, if she's still the same artist, that's capable of you saying you can make a career on your own. We've seen artists who do that, and it doesn't fucking work. So I'm like, that's a better sign of how well you can do it on your own versus us saying, hypothetically speaking, divine God, you would have been found if 1501 never came around. Because a lot of times, there's a lot of talented people out there that never get found, or talented people who can do the craft of rapping well but never hit it because they never have the right people around them. That's all I'm saying. And it's like if you deny that fact, it's just like, bro, like you can't look at people's careers.
Yeah, but I feel like your talent, if you keep doing it, you can be consistent. I just really believe in the right people will find you in a place. That's fine. And it'll be what it is. That's just my personal belief. If you're being consistent, it's about being consistent.
That's fine, bro. That's fine. But what history has showed us is that doesn't always happen. Life is not fair. Life is very cruel. And Meg the Stallion got the lucky opportunity to be put with the right people at the right time to get herself to a good place. And I hope she continues that. I hope that she's not getting diluted in fame and having somebody coming up to her saying, yo, you could make more money if you do this. So she goes, fuck, let me go make more money. And then Meg the Stallion's not here in a decade because she made a poor career decision for a better financial decision. Now, at the same time, too, I don't fucking know. We will see. We can revisit this.
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows yet. Yeah. Nobody knows yet, but we will. We will.
I think either way,
we'll know in 5 years. Right. We'll know in 5 years, bro. It's the same thing with Uzi.
People do this all the time behind the scenes. Like, she'll so many contract deals that have
been. No. Let's
people that we don't. Like, the biggest artists like out there. And
let's switch the topic real quick to Uzi. Uzi did the same shit. Uzi was like, bro, y'all didn't make me. DJ Drama, fuck you. DJ Drama this, I don't DJ Drama that. I won't release music. then he released an album that's going to sell better than all his previous albums. So right now, we're looking like Uzi made the right decision. Do you agree or disagree?
Yeah, but Uzi's fucking great.
No. No. He's talented, but so is Meg the Stallion. But Uzi was in like if you take away gender, Uzi was in a similar position. Uzi had a career that was hot. Uzi and a lot of it wasn't even just off of like his personality. It was just, I mean, it really is because Uzi did a lot of antics as well. But Uzi had a machine behind him that got him to a point of being a superstar in a genre of rap that was really disrespected, right? Now Uzi came out like it was like a year. It was because his second album released in 2017. The album released 3 years. Hold up. Let me not fucking do this.
I don't know, man.
Uzi album. I want to say it released in 2017. If I'm not fucking lying.
I just don't know if.
Yeah, 2017. Look. So 2017.
Yeah.
That's when he released his album Love Is Rage 2 that had his biggest song to date, EXO Tour Life. So Uzi was on top of the fucking world. Next year he goes, yo, I'm not getting paid right. Rock Nation came through, said this shit's not cool. DJ Drama's doing this. DJ Drama won't let me release music. They're trying to ruin my career. And there was all this question of saying, yo, Uzi, like, you're saying this, but there would be no Lil Uzi Vert if there was no DJ Drama to fund you, let you do whatever the fuck you want to do, go make music with Cardi, release snippets, do all this crazy ass shit, right? And then the music started coming out. Niggas were like, ooh, like, yo, Sangling in Paradise is cool. That's Iraq is cool. He released a couple other like Lucy's prior to that. And niggas were like, I don't know, it sounds the same. And niggas were like looking at this new album saying like this album is a turning point for Uzi because it's really the point where we're saying, yo, like, are people gonna respond to this album? And if people didn't respond well to it, niggas would have been looking at Lil Uzi Vert like, yo, bro, like, maybe you should, instead of worrying about all your contracts and shit and doing all this weird shit
That's
and buying.
Just like no integrity though. Like I'm gonna be quiet because no, like if I'm who I say I am, my talent, I have the fan base. My
bro,
fans
I'm not talking about. Like, I'm not talking about integrity. I'm talking about perspective right now. What I'm literally talking about is the perspective from and perspective from media, perspective from fans.
So
not really fans.
Be quiet when you're getting fucked over.
No, my nigga, is if you're speaking about getting fucked over, you better be getting fucked over. Is what I'm saying. No, what I'm saying.
I feel like when people coming out there saying that though.
If Meg the Stallion falls off, it's related to the fact that she left 1501, and it might not be the case. She can stay 1501 and still fall off.
Exactly.
But what I'm saying, but listen, yes, but isn't there like critical? Think about it for a second. Isn't there more evidence to say 1501 had a part of your success because when they were with you, you were successful? But I'm not saying it's the only reason. But what I'm saying is to say they had nothing to do with it, and there's more credibility to say there was nothing more to do with it. There's more evidence to say there's nothing more to do with it, and it was mainly her. It's to me a less credible argument than saying when you look at what happened when she was with them.
I don't think that's
it's correlation. It's literally correlational. Is what I'm saying.
But I don't think that's what she was.
That's all I'm saying. It's correlational, bro.
I mean,
Uzi just did 325, highest selling album ever without DJ Drama. It's correlational to say Uzi could do that shit on his own because he did it on his own. Now what I'm saying is,
he could have done that, but if he stayed with DJ Drama, he would have done that, but just got less money for it.
Yeah.
That's it. It's all about money, man.
my nigga, how do you know that? How do you know that?
Facts.
But how do you know that she?
Because he just did it. It's realities. That's all. That's what I'm saying.
But how do you know that him staying with DJ Drama would have prevented him from doing this? That's all.
If he's seen the contract and stuff, it's somebody telling you like I'm being abused in this way.
I mean, if you're creative,
and it's
just
like
if you're great, you're great.
It's like why are we? It's like kind of shaming somebody who's saying that like I'm a victim. Like no, like be quiet. Sit still with that. Don't say anything. Like,
but what I'm saying, my nigga, I'm not.
You need to speak up.
My nigga, what I'm saying is yes. I'm saying their I'm saying talent doesn't make your career. Is what I'm saying. You guys are telling me these people are talented.
Not all of it, but also just money doesn't.
I'm saying it makes most of it because talented people every day go under the radar. Is what I'm saying.
All right, and if Uzi money at niggas,
if Uzi would have went to fucking, if Uzi would have went to Rock Nation, Rock Nation said, Uzi, you need to be fucking posting shit every day. You need to be doing this. You can't release this here. You need to do this single first. The album might not have sounded the same. Yo, take this off. Yo, Uzi just released his third studio project, had one feature on it. One feature.
But how do you know that's not? Sid. How do you know that's the label doing that?
What I'm saying is the label allowed him to do it.
But how do you know they were preventing him from doing it? The one he was before.
Because Uzi said he was. Uzi said they won't let me release music. Uzi said they weren't paying me right. Uzi's saying all of this. So what I'm saying is, if Uzi's saying it,
they're putting the music together. He's still putting the music. They're just like they're not letting him put it out.
I feel like there's a lot.
You're right. I'm not talking about the talent at all, guys. I'm saying
that's the
certain
labels. Certain labels.
Certain labels.
It's money and talent. They have to be a happy marriage for it to be a successful artist. You can't just have I'm throwing this money at this.
And it was a happy marriage, so somebody else came in and said, "I can pay you more." Is what I'm telling you, bro. That's all I'm telling you.
That doesn't mean.
No, that's not all you're saying. You also saying just be quiet if you get fucked over. That's what you're saying.
No, I'm not. I'm saying no, my nigga. You're telling me what I'm saying.
A little bit.
What I'm saying is.
I'm sorry. What I'm hearing is that's
okay. But what I'm saying is this. I'm saying if you're gonna okay, listen to me. I'm saying this right now. If you're an artist saying I'm getting fucked over by my label, you better be sure that when you come out, that shit's good.
Right. So if I came to you, right.
That's all I'm saying because I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you right now.
If I came to you and I showed you numbers,
it's happening right now. Meg the Stallion's album is garbage, and people are saying it's garbage.
Listen, it's not an album. It's an EP. It's an EP. It's some experimental shit. It's throwaways, bro. I'm not judging her for throwaways.
So she sucks anyway.
I'm not judging her for throwaways.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm not judging her for throwaways.
No, wait. No, she didn't suck anyway because people liked the last album. People liked the last shit.
But what I'm saying is that's the album that she would have released if she was still 1501. That's the same fucking album.
Those are throwaways. Y'all gotta understand. She wanted to put something out to her fans. That's not an album. That's an EP. Here's some music.
All right,
enjoy.
My point is,
look. At this point, agree, disagree, because we're talking in circles and we're not gonna get anywhere. Y'all believe talent beats everything. It doesn't matter what your label is.
You don't listen a lot of times.
That's not what I'm saying. My counter argument to you,
go ahead.
Argument to you is just because she falls off 3 years down the road after joining Rock Nation doesn't mean Rock Nation caused that. And doesn't mean that she wouldn't have fell off 3 years down the road if she stayed with 1501. That's what I'm saying. Like
that's what you're saying.
That's what you're saying. That
I'm saying
she'd have been fine.
What I'm saying, no. What I'm saying is this. I'm saying Meg the Stallion is saying they did nothing for me. I can get more money here. They're fucking me over here. I don't need them. What I'm saying is we don't know. And what I'm also saying is, if in the future Meg the Stallion falls off, it gives more credence to the argument that they had a lot more to do with your career than they didn't. I'm not saying it was the only thing. I'm not saying without them it wouldn't be. But what I'm saying in the reality we live in, when you were with those niggas, you were working it. When you weren't, you're not. It's saying. Just like when a soccer player gets really like Paul Pogba right now. He's at Manchester United, living the fucking dream. He's saying, I don't need my team. It's not the coaches. It's not the trainers. It's my talent. Now, let me go to Real Madrid and fucking go show them why my talent alone, regardless of the team, regardless of the players, I'm this god.
But in the reverse
and then he gets over there.
In the reverse reality, because she don't want if she stays and she falls off.
You're twisting with this one.
Then it looks then it looks crazy. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
You're twisting what this woman is saying, though. Y'all are reading too much into what she said. She said you didn't make me. And this goes back to what I originally said. She's not saying that. Hey, I don't recognize any of the money you gave me. When a nigga says like I fucking made you. It's like, nigga, hold on. Yes, you did put an investment, but you didn't make me. That's what she was saying when she said that statement.
Yeah, did he say he made her? I didn't know that. All I know is this nigga saying, yo, you can't just get out the contract.
That's why she said that.
What?
That's why she said that, because niggas were trying to say they made her. Yeah, I'm good, bro.
No, bro.
Niggas were trying to say they made her. That's why she said that.
Well, if that's the case, then
that's like me saying right now, bro, like.
Nigga, I don't care. I don't care. If
I'm going to make a point real quick.
Go ahead.
I'm going to make a point real quick. It's like me saying, bro, any of your this is just a metaphor. Any of your podcast hype that you got right now,
yes,
is due to me. Now this is I'm gonna draw it back, but that's like me saying, all right,
yeah,
because I'm an alpha. I brought you in. I'm his, I don't know if you know, I'm his profile. I brought you into alpha. At that time, you got a certain amount of followers. At that time, you know what I'm saying, and all of those followers now are listening to this podcast. This shit's blowing up. It's because of me, nigga. No. This nigga has a talent for this conversation, for doing what he does. I didn't do any of that. It's not me. But I'm saying I made you, nigga. That's what she's saying to these people. Like, yo, bro, you didn't make me. This is me going after my dream, doing this in my way, doing it different from how other people are doing it. That's all it is. That's what I'm saying with the original statement. It's like, bro, she's not saying that you made me. It's
I think that is too big of an extrapolation because let's go better. That would be like me saying Atlantic, because right now a lot of different they're looking at podcasting as the next big thing or whatever. If Spotify came and said, hey, we're going to put $100,000 behind your podcast. Say we're gonna put you on all the podcast playlists. We're going to make sure that you get on the next local festival in Virginia, and you can get in front of all the other people. Me coming out a year later after we've gotten way ton more fans saying, "Yo, bro, they didn't make me. They were a part of making me." Like, yes, if I didn't have talent, shit wouldn't be copacetic. But if I didn't get exposure, I wouldn't be me either, bro. It's simply that.
Because it's a
because I said 30 minutes ago they didn't make Meg the Stallion's talent. They made her career. If nobody took a chance on Meg the Stallion, no matter how good she's at rapping, will be rapping in some fucking basement in Atlanta.
We don't know that.
Okay. Yes, we don't know because.
But neither them or 1501 or Rock Nation can control whether people get tired of Meg the Stallion.
Yes. Okay. That's the different point. That's the point. I feel like I'm arguing two people on two different points. What I'm saying is, yes, we don't know. For your point, yes, we don't know that. There's if you believe in multiverses, there's Meg the Stallion got on her own and already came from a rich family and fucking made it. Yes, but in the reality of it is 1501 made like. In this reality, 1501 was a part of you, or was with you when you 1501 was backing you when your career popped.
I think we all agree on that. That's not.
So 1501 is entitled to an to reaping some of their investment.
They're entitled to whatever they put in their contract and she signed. I do not disagree with them.
That's
anything
that
they put in their contract and she signed, they're entitled to that shit.
Money-wise.
We're done. That's it. That was it.
Yeah, but you can't sit here and get
on
social media.
We can.
That
That's my perspective. That's my perspective. Your perspective is talent beats all. She would have been found.
That's not it. That's not my perspective.
Didn't you just say that we can't say that she wouldn't have been discovered if 1501 never came in the picture? You said that her talent was so well that she most likely would have been found. That's what you're saying.
That was to an original point, which is that. To the person who's saying like you initially just maybe you can't negate talent at all. There's a twofold.
Yes,
thing
I never said I negated talent. But I'm saying
don't say like talent trumps all. That's not what I said, bro. I said it's a marriage. I've been saying it this whole time. I'm not gonna twist the word to
a happy marriage. But what I'm saying is, I think more so than your talent. Okay, you're saying it has to be happy marriage. I'm saying more so than your talent, you have to have a good team behind you for you to get to Meg the Stallions. That's my opinion. It doesn't matter how talented you are. If you don't have a good team behind you, you're not gonna make it in the music industry. Absolutely. More so than your talent. That's my thing. You could sing like Beyonce, rap like Nas, and have a flow of goddamn Uzi, and you're not gonna go anywhere unless you have a team behind you that allows you to do what you need to do. Right?
Absolutely.
What is your opinion? Oh, and then we all agree that Meg the Stallion is just you need to fucking fulfill the contract, right?
We do agree.
And then your opinion is that we can't say either which way that the fans would fuck with her based off of what record company she has because fans are fickle because life's fickle. Yeah, it's just,
I feel like she even knows that she's a trendy talent. I feel like that's why she's putting so much in other things.
That's true. It's true. It's why Cardi B fucking got famous and stopped rapping. She's fucking making movies. She said, "I know this shit ain't gonna last, nigga. I know this shit ain't like that." But irregardless, that was a good fucking topic. That is like I know you said you don't like confrontation.
It's not about I don't like when people I don't.
All right, I fuck with that shit. That shit is good content to me.
That's good content.
That's
when people twist my words to be
something
different. You're not hearing me. I don't like when people don't hear me when I'm trying to talk about something. You're not.
All right, whatever. Cool.
See, whatever. No, it's not whatever, nigga. That's exactly what I'm talking about.
That's dismissive.
Yeah, very. And it is.
That's all right.
It's cool though, because I'm gonna always.
Took me a long time to learn.
Always speak up for what I believe in. So, yeah.
not to you. Whatever, ho. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I would. I need therapy. All right.
I mean, we all do.
Yeah, no, I'm serious. It's like that's something I should work.
Nah, that's just growth, man.
No, but it probably is something that therapists would be like, yeah, it's amazing. and then I would look at my wife and go, yeah, it was. And then I'd be like, and then like an hour later I come back, I was being an asshole, my bad. But either way, I'm trying to do that now. All right.
No, I can hold you accountable, bro, just like you can hold me accountable. Like I'm gonna tell you if I feel like.
Oh my God, yeah, let's not do this. Let's go. This is off. This is a conversation for our pod.
Why?
No, but that was cool, and we're already an hour and 18 minutes in. Let's do Well, let's do a quick health topic. I wanted to update on the coronavirus. What I saw niggas were at your place in like full contact gear with N95 masks. Did y'all have a scare that there was gonna be corona over there?
Oh, I think recently, they did have someone that came in that they suspected, but we ruled that out. I don't even think they did any testing for it.
Yeah, because you have to send it to the CDC for it to do.
You have to ask permission from the CDC. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's so here's the thing. I just got a fucking email from what is this? The Commonwealth Department of Health of Virginia.
Yeah.
And basically, bro, it says the coronavirus outbreak continues to rapidly evolve. As of March 5th, the WHO reports more than 95,000 cases globally, and the CDC reports 99 presumptive or confirmed cases in 13 United States. There are no cases in Virginia.
Absolutely. Okay,
that's what's going on right now. Again, all right. The coronavirus is a novel virus, which basically means, which I think is okay. Pause. Trump came out today and said Obama, well, not today, but like earlier this week, saying Obama was the reason why we don't have the defenses we need for the coronavirus. I don't know where the fuck he got his information, but Obama was president 3 years ago, so no, nigga. Now, here's where some of y'all might get construed. We had coronavirus, not outbreaks before, but coronavirus has been a virus. It's a real thing. It's like it's been around for a long time. This is just a new strand. Just like the flu has a new strand almost every year, same thing happens to this virus, right?
Right.
We don't have currently there's no inoculation for it, so there's no way for you to get immunized. Because all that means is you get the disease at a weakened form. So when you do get the virus and you get hit by it, it doesn't hit you as hard. Okay, that's the thing about viruses, guys. You can't fucking give antibiotics for them. You just have to let them run its course. You can't. You treat the symptoms. That's what happens with the flu. The reason why this is so scary is because, or not so scary. Well, the reason why this is so scary is because we don't have a vaccine yet. So if you get it, you just get it and you get the full brunt of it, right? Here's the thing. If you aren't worried about the flu, you don't need to be, quote unquote, panicked about the coronavirus. Now, nobody wants to get sick. And if you get sick, you got to make sure you take care of yourself so that you don't die. The people who need to be worried about the coronavirus are the people who are already worried about the flu. If you're older, you have a lot of comorbidities as you're older. You know, you have some respiratory issues. You have COPD. You have congestive heart failure. You have a lot of things that when you get sick, shit gets a lot worse. Or you have small children who are just small children. Immune systems aren't up to where they need to be. You know, you have or you're just an individual who, for some reason, were born with a weak immune system. You know, you have what's a good fucking autoimmune some shit that fucks people up.
Lupus.
Yeah, you got lupus or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? These things hit you harder. Yes. But for the average American man, if you're going out, you're saying, I don't need the fucking flu shot because I don't ever get sick. Or if you're out here saying, yo, I run marathons or I work out and I can go drink on a daily and I can eat junk food and I can do all this. I can live an average life without. If you don't worry about your health insurance costs, if you're getting the lowest premium on your health insurance, my nigga, you don't need to be worried about the coronavirus like that. Now, if you do get sick, you have to do the things you need to do to take care of yourself. Drink plenty of fluids. You know, take Tylenol.
Gotta drink plenty of fluids. That's a big deal.
Yeah.
People gloss over that.
Pause. Water, guys.
Oh, that's true.
Water.
Yeah, you
not
can't
juice.
Drinking Coca-Cola and shit.
No juice. Niggas love that juice. Love that little sparkling water. Just drink water, niggas. But yeah. That's it. I just see a lot of hysteria going around, man. I was watching last week tonight, and John Oliver was saying some stuff that I was like, Like it's like we're giving out information that's just meant to panic and not giving out information.
Mass hysteria.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah. Now, what I will
Organizations shutting down stuff. NBA is about to stop fans from coming to games right now.
Yeah. What I will say is
for outbreak.
What I will say is this: the reason why it's so shitty in America, or it's looking like it could get shitty in America, and why it was so shitty in China, is that because it's new, it's very hard to detect. I think one of the reasons why now is one of the ways we fucking even suspect you have it, first off, is travel. Like, if you haven't traveled from any of these countries, but you're showing signs of a viral illness, we're not even going to really suspect that it's corona. Yeah. Now, how it goes is, if you're from one of these countries, you look like you have a viral illness, we test you for every other viral illness first. Make sure it's not the flu. Make sure it's not gastroenteritis. Make sure it's not something that's, commonplace. And then once all that shit's exhausted, by the way, I've been in the room now with you for like 8 hours. Not 8 hours. It might be 8 hours. We're going to now say maybe it's coronavirus. But you know why? Because at the end of the day, it's not Ebola. If this was Ebola, guys, which I hear some people say, I lived through Ebola in America. You did not.
No, you did not.
You did not live through Ebola in America. If we lived through Ebola in America, that shit would have been terrible. Go watch The Hot Zone.
Came here.
Go watch The Hot Zone, all right?
Yeah.
Or go read The Hot Zone. And then there's a movie that was about the Ebola outbreak, or if there's an Ebola outbreak in America. That shit would be mass hysteria. That shit is literally like you fucking touch anything, you have that shit, and you're bleeding out of orifices, and you die in like a span of like 2 weeks, like some shit.
Ebola is a very vicious virus.
Yeah.
But it doesn't spread as easily as you may think. Like
it's not air.
Right.
Oh, yeah, yes, okay.
The flu and coronavirus spread very fast.
So to finish the point, the reason why it's been such a crazy mess right now is because we didn't have a way to test it. In America, we're not developing not just a way to test it, but a way to test it mass. En masse, and then it's simply that. Currently, because we have a president who is more worried about his own self-image, his own PR, than actually doing things
quote unquote
that
legacy.
Yeah, doing things that make sense from a scientific standpoint. Mm-hmm. He has made everybody in his administration scared to combat anything he says. We have it on like fucking like file that the current leader of the health and human services, like in the federal government, doesn't want to report on how crazy it could get in America to Trump because he's mad that Trump could get angry. So it's shit like that. That's why it's like, okay, this is crazy because currently the people who put in the plans to implement the ways that we mitigate the damage that this viral illness can do aren't doing the job that they're supposed to be doing. Second, the reason why coronavirus is a little bit more, transmissible, can spread so quickly when it's not handled well is that it's airborne. So it's like, y'all out here wearing these fucking surgical masks and goddamn leather masks. That's not how you stop it. The only way to stop you from getting this if you come in contact with a person is wearing an N95 mask, which is a mask that sits and especially fits your face, or putting them in a negative pressure room, which is basically a room that blows out all the air in that room or sucks all the air in that room. I don't fucking know how it works. But basically, it's super high-tech stuff, guys. So really, the way you prevent yourself from getting this shit right now is wash your hands, bro. I mean, that's when you shit, piss, cough, before you eat, before you touch your face, wash your face, wash your hands. Just be better. Just don't be like Summer Walker, guys. Take showers. Like, I'm serious. That's all it is. Now, again, if you are one of these at-risk populations, I'm not talking to you. Like, yes, this could be something crazy. Maybe look into getting a N95 mask if you're in one of these 13 states, If you have loved ones who get sick, I'm sorry. You might want to sit this ED visit out. You know what I'm saying? Take proper precautions, But everybody else, chill out and make sure that you are doing the things you need to so that we're not endangering everyone else who doesn't have the natural antibodies and immune system they need to, like, survive. But, woo! Yeah, guys, that was good. That was a good fucking session. Any content of the week?
Content of the week.
Yeah,
I think
this is your second time on here. I don't gotta tell you again what content of the week is.
The first time
it's like stuff we've seen that we should want to tell people about.
Yeah.
I don't know how many people watch anime.
Nigga, say this is about you, bro.
No. I rewatched Death Note recently, and I just feel like it's really well written.
Amazing.
Really well written.
Have you read the Death Note one shot yet?
No.
Read that shit, bro. It's good. It's good.
It was just so good to me, and it's methodical, and it just has. I love shows like like You, right, where it's like a protagonist who. Like you rooting for, but at the same time, like, bro, this nigga a sociopath. Or something. Like Light was such a, like, you're a villain, but you think in your world that you're saving people and you're making this like just world because it's like I'm killing criminals. So it's like it questions your morality and stuff, shit like that. I don't know, it's so good. It's like, bro,
yeah, I would encourage you. I would encourage you to read the one shot that was released this year. It's just as it's short.
Is it post those events? Or?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like 10 years after it.
Okay.
It's really good. You can read it in like 30 minutes. It's pretty good. True. Got anything? If you don't, it's okay.
No, I mean, you didn't touch on Super Tuesday at all. And that was a big deal this week.
Next, we'll let it develop a little bit more. We should have put the pod on when we were having that 20-minute discussion with Devonte earlier. It would have been great, but we'll get to that. Lil Uzi Vert dropped his long-awaited Eternal Atake, and the deluxe is coming out next week.
I was hoping you'd mention that because I didn't know how to say it for real.
Go check that shit out, guys. Like, that shit is fucking lit. That's a good album.
It's
better than Lil Eternal Atake. Yeah, it's better than Lil Baby in my opinion. It's better than what's his name, A Boogie. It's a good album. He put some effort into it, and I think he gave something for every version of an Uzi fan. Like, if you fuck with this new age trap drill Uzi, he gave you like 6 songs for that. If you fuck with the very fairy-like, bubbly, electronic rapping Uzi, he gave you that. If you fuck with the kind of emo, sad, melodic Uzi, he gave you that too. And then he also threw in some new sounds, and he even tried to play a little bit with skits that aren't really, really long skits or in-depth skits, but you can tell like why he took so long, in my opinion, with this album, because I felt like he was really trying to do what he wanted with this shit, and I think he did that. I think he capitalized it.
Like Sanguine Paradise could have been a bonus track.
It might be on the deluxe.
Okay.
I don't know, but also
that's my only gripe. I'm like, where's this at on this track list?
But also think about
that's how. That's not on that. Okay, cool.
Think about how big that sample was.
But he cleared it.
No.
He said it in the song like Michael Montana just cleared it. So like, what's the problem?
What I'm saying is like, it could be how big the sample was. He didn't want to let that fudge, because you know how people will put like a single on an album just to fudge the numbers. Maybe he's like, yo, like, I don't want to do that shit. You already got it. Like, let me see if y'all fuck with me. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because really, the only song he put on there that was out for a while was Futsal Shuffle, and niggas kind of really didn't like that song.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
the dance made people like it.
But like the dancers liked it. But like people who just like Uzi were kind of like, is this what the album's gonna be? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
there was another bonus track.
That way.
That way.
Yeah.
That was a good track.
It took me like 3 listens to like actually like get what he was trying to do.
I liked it.
Yeah.
I liked it.
Yeah. But all right, guys, we're gonna get out of here. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, you know, all that good shit. Like, subscribe, comment. Yeah, if you like listen to the podcast, just like follow us on Spotify to get our followers up. Like, I mean, it probably only gives you like a reminder, but it's not like I don't want to email you or some shit. I think unless you put your email into Spotify, then I don't know why you would do that unless you have to. Either way, we'll be back here next Sunday. Love you guys. Have a good week. Peace out.